Afternoon or evening teachers, welcome back to another Google workshop. Today focusing on Google Classroom assignments and topics, and in particular this video is looking at using the assignments function and creating a copy for each student as a way of managing digital assessment for NCEA's level 1, 2 and 3. It's one of the things that teachers are really quite anxious about, moving into blended and digital learning at the senior school. But it doesn't have to be that stressful as long as we stick to some pretty basic concepts or ideas. And one of them is this idea of making a copy for each student when we're using digital assessments. And the reason we do that is actually Google Classroom acts almost like a digital photocopier for us. We have an assessment that hopefully sits in a central location in our Google Drive management system, and Google Classroom references that document and then creates a template copy of it. So it's actually not creating the share from the original document, it actually creates a template. So for example, in my Level 2 Creative Industries course, one of the projects that my students took part in was the sound assessment. And so I've designated that the sound assessment, each student will get a copy of the assessment document as well as a particular task. If I jump into the folder automatically created for my Level 2 Creative Industries class, inside that classroom folder, you'll see that there'll be a folder called templates, and it's got a big do not edit in there. What this is actually the place where all these templates are actually created. So as you can see here, I've got my two sound assessment template files, and so what Google Classroom is doing, just like a photocopier would do, is taking a snapshot of that document at that point in time when the assignment is created. It creates a template file and then creates the individual student copies from that template file. And what I can do is I can go back into my sound assessment, the original document that lives in my file management system. And if I go and check out who has access to this document, what you'll see is that the teachers of my Creative Industries class in 2016 and when it was previously called Stage Tech in 2015 are the only ones who have access. As you can see, I've got colleagues in my technology department who have access due to the fact that it's in our central location, but other than that, students do not have the ability to access this document directly. What that means is that I can make changes on the go, I can change up the context, or based on feedback or critique and moderation, I can make changes the following year. And of course, to manage authenticity, I can also change the context or particular tasks. And the students themselves will never have access to this document. They only have access to the template, or sorry, not even the template, the actual document that was created via the template in Google Classroom. So hopefully that clears up a few of the issues that people might have with using digital assessment and how we can leverage the power of Google Classroom to get around those anxieties. Thanks very much for watching.